Something that I've wondered before is how humans were before mirrors were invented or founded. Because mirrors show us who we are, right? And it becomes part of our identity. So how does the mirror impact our understanding of self?
I can only speak for myself. That's how I look at the mirror. Okay. This to me, so what I find very interesting about that is that the grooming that goes on, right? The grooming that goes on, that we want to present to the world this groomed face, right? And then the clothes, of course, are just, put on, right? But the face, the groomed face, and I know I'm gonna get into trouble for saying this. I know I'm gonna be in trouble for this, but I always found it fascinating to me, and I know there are cultural things from long ago, right? But to me, the makeup stuff, and it's more women that do it, right? But the makeup that goes on a face that is completely distorts someone's face. Then it's like you're putting a mask over your real face, right? And we all do it too. I trim my beard, right? I mean, we all do this thing where we look in the mirror and say, okay, this is the mask now that I'm going to show to the world today. And so we do it up, and this is what I want to present to the world, right? And it's such a facade. Like it's just, because, and I'm going to bring up here how we were like fixing your hair a little bit, right? It's like, is my hair out of place? Is this okay? Is that okay? Because I want to make sure I don't look crazy to the world, right? And so the mirror does that to us, right? It's like, because now we can see it when we look there. Whereas if we didn't have a mirror, how would you possibly know, right? So this vanity then comes, but it's such a superficial vanity, because the thing is, as soon as you walk out that door and you don't have the mirror anymore, you have no idea what people are seeing, right? Your hair might go all over the place, some makeup might run, there might be something on your face that no one's telling you about, and next thing you know, it doesn't matter anymore, So the first thing out the door, comb the hair, get it all in place. By the end of the day, it's all over the place, and you don't care anymore. So there's such a facade that's created from that, I think. That's too bad. That's too bad. Because we lose the realness, I think, of who we are. A smile on your face, right, is better than anything else you do to your face, to your hair, to anything. Just a smile on your face. If you notice, when you smile, people will smile back, right? They'll always look at you and they'll give you a little smile because you're smiling, because that's the energy you're giving off, right? It doesn't matter what you look like, right? Good looking, ugly, old, young, it doesn't matter. You put that smile on your face, the energy comes out and people smile right back.
It feels like a chicken and the egg kind of thing, where if someone is awakening, right, and let's say they are used to putting on a mask, whether it's energetically or physically, and they want to put more of themselves out there, and yet the world only knows them a certain way or has known them a certain way. How is it that they can start taking off those layers and feel comfortable? Does one come before the other, or do you just have to follow your instincts?
So I think I know what you're asking me, but I want to be clear, right? Are you saying when you start to awaken and you change, then how do you present yourself to the people who know you? Who then, you're becoming something else, and then how do you present yourself to people without them thinking you're a nut? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think you've taken, because I was thinking very much in the physical, but yes, like
Okay.
the physical is also reflective of how you're feeling internally, right?
Sure.
So if you're putting on makeup, you want to look a certain way. And then when you're no longer a person who wants to look a certain way, and yet other people still see you a certain way, how do you make amends with
Oh yeah, so yeah, things can change physically as well when you start to awaken. It's not that you become careless about how you look. It's just that you might want to not care as much about maybe the clothes you're wearing or how your hair looks or anything like that. And people, if they're used to seeing you a certain way and you start to change, they might start to question, like, are you all right? Did you change? What's going on in your life? Are you all right? And they have maybe get a concern for you. But also, one of the things I found through the years of awakening is that friends that you've had before fall away because they're not able to see you as the person you're becoming when you're awakening. And it's very hard to relate to, like I've had a friend, we were friends for years, and as I was awakening, then I started to recognize in him the things that I really didn't like, but I was just putting up with, and I'm like, I can't be around this anymore. And then I would change, and then that person wouldn't recognize me at all because I'm now a different person, and so it falls away. And that will happen on that journey. You will meet new people, and others will fall away from your life. That's part of the process. It's like the story, right? That's told of Jesus, right? Who, when he started to know what he knew, and he tried to teach it in the town he was in. This is a parable, of course. When he tried to teach it in the town they lived in, people looked at him like, "What, dude? No, you're not that." And so the story, right? He wiped the dust off his feet and left the town because the people that you know really well from your youth don't see you as that person. So when you start to talk in those terms, they look at you like, "What are you, nuts? You don't know. Who are you? You're just a guy from down the street in Ireland. Like, what do you know?" And so it's hard to teach the people that you've known for a long time because they don't recognize that you've awakened, and they don't want to hear it from you.
It feels like or sounds like there's a lot of letting go.
There is, yes. Well, if you take the word enlightenment, right, you become more enlightened. You lighten the burden. More things fall away, including your identity falls away.